this channel is not for everyone, but I do hope that you still understand what I'm trying to say. Conscious beings are possess a special power. Everyone has the power to influence whatever happens to the world. Unfortunately, most of us don't realize this and does not really believe that on our own power. So I got this response that unfortunately the typhoon has to pass by as a typhoon. A video where a pastor was trying to rebuke a psychic here in the Philippines, Jay Costura and Rudy Baldwin. I'm not really sure if the psychics here are doing something wrong, because they are just given the vision. They are just tapping into the multiverse to different. So recently we had events that will happen. 2 typhoons that passed by this month of November in our country, the Philippines, and most of the country have experienced lots of flooding. And in my area, in my province that I am currently living in, we had experienced severe flooding and even floods that reach more than actually they reach like until the second floor of the houses, especially the houses where those houses that have been built near the rivers. So they had experienced the most severe of the flooding. We currently had for the whole country, I think for the province, 200 plus fatalities due to that typhoon. We call it here Typhoon Tino. Even our house, even my room that you see here, it has been flooded also. So I just recently able to clean this up and and record this video for you to share and to share my thoughts and realizations. So I'd just like to share my realization and thoughts before even the typhoon hit, when the typhoon was still on the Pacific Ocean. As you know, or may not know, is that the human brain, or us, conscious beings, are possess a special power which most of us don't realize. And even me, when before I was awakened, before I realized the true nature of human being, I didn't know, or wasn't really aware of how powerful, of how we can influence what happens all around us, even the calamities. So yeah, even before Typhoon Tino made landfall in the country, so I was already trying to meditate. I was already trying to manifest that the typhoon will not become a very, very strong typhoon. And as I meditated, because meditation and manifesting, visualizing and trying to enforce your will, your free will on whatever happens around you, that's including calamities and typhoons, earthquakes, everything. Everyone has the power to influence whatever happens to the world. It's just that when it comes to calamities, when it comes to these big events where it's affecting a lot of people, it usually requires more than one people to meditate and to visualize to whatever we want to happen, because all the things in the universe are made of light. They are actually just thoughts. And once we realize and fully that everything can be changed in just a blink of an eye, there will be no negative things that will happen. But unfortunately, most of us don't realize this and does not really believe that on our own power. And that includes me also, because I am still in the process of realizing and reaching the true potential of what a human being, a God spark, you may call it, can do, because we are all sons and daughters of God. And yeah, so when this typhoon was still in the Pacific Ocean, I was already trying to meditate and envision and manifesting, visualizing that the typhoon will not be so hard. But when I was trying to meditate, I got this small still voice response when I was meditating, that I was trying to meditate that the typhoon will just become a low pressure, or just a disturbance of the weather where it will disappear. But unfortunately, I got this reply from this small still voice, which you may call God, you may call the guardian of the weather, the wind, or the rains, or the water, whatever. So I got this response that unfortunately the typhoon has to pass by as a typhoon. And although I already like pleaded with the guardians, pleaded with the guardians of the weather, I got this response that it has to still happen because it's according to plan, and it's what most of the people unconscious, it's what the subconsciousness of the people living in the country to happen, because everything has a reason when it happens. And most of the time we don't know that it was us who was the catalyst of that event. For example, this typhoon, the the typhoon brought about severe flooding, but then it also brought about some shedding of light of the corruptions of the politicians that are managing the people here. And yeah, because most recently the country is in chaos, or not really chaotic, but the country is in turmoil because of these corruption scandals that have surfaced and have been shown by the people, to the people, I mean, by these calamities. The politicians have recently been exposed by their corruption due to these flood control projects that were not made, or 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 were made but not really to the standards that can really help with the problem. Although these are earthly things, this exposes the people that were assigned or elected to govern the provinces, but they were not doing a good job. And so these type of calamities happen most of the time because of the subconsciousness of the people living in that area, which in this case is the country that I am currently living in. And so I got the feedback from the message, I mean, from the typhoon, that yes, they heard my plea. They heard the plea of the people, not just from me, but from the people who are praying, who are meditating also, that this typhoon will be gone. But unfortunately, the rule of the majority wins, where this has to happen, where this has to occur for it to have a result where the mistakes or the flaws of the politicians or whatever we were doing to the earth, to the land, may be exposed and may be mitigated, may be corrected. So yeah, that's what I have received from the feedback when I was trying to visualize and meditate and to plead with the guardians of the wind, or you may say to God. So yeah, so it had to happen, and I just tried to plead that may it not be the same with the recent typhoon the last typhoon that also hit the province, where it caused a lot of damages. So yeah, fortunately that was granted. It wasn't so much of a damage where it required the place to recover for months. So unfortunately, this time the damage is not that widespread. It was only on selected areas, but still, it had to happen. So yeah. Also regarding about these earthquakes, we are also hit by a strong earthquake, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake. I'm not really sure why it had to happen on that place. It was sudden. It's different when it comes to earthquakes because earthquakes are sudden and it just happens without a warning. But I guess it has reasons. I just don't know what. So yeah, when it comes to earthquakes, it's sudden, and I just also watched a video where a pastor was trying to rebuke a psychic here in the Philippines, Jay Costura and Rudy Baldwin. And the pastor is from somewhere in Africa, I think. Not sure where. But the pastor was a black person. And the pastor rebuked the psychics, so-called psychics here, that the pastor said that they had to stop whatever they are doing. And for me, I'm not really sure if the psychics here are doing something wrong, because they are just given the vision. They are just tapping into the multiverse, to different potential of events that will happen. And what they were showed, or what they saw, was a potential event that might be happening. And all they are trying to do is just sharing whatever they have vision. And I'm not really sure what is wrong with that. If they saw, if they are just sharing the vision. However, there might be an issue with this one. Might be, so I'm not sure. If the purpose, or if the intention of sharing these visions is to perpetuate, to make the people become fearful, and fear because people don't know, or not aware of the power of their minds, that they can influence that might happen, what might happen to around them, to the place that are around them. Because of these people that are ignorant, let's say ignorant, or not aware of the power that they possess, by just with their will, by just their intention, they will be they will be made to believe that these have events will happen and should happen. Subconsciously, they are trying to tell themselves that this will happen. Although the psychics are just mentioning that this is just a potential event. So this is just a warning. But if the people that are hearing that message receives it wrong, where they think that it will happen, and thus because of the power of the human mind, the human consciousness, intention, they will perpetuate and will make, probably might make this event happen. Although that event that was envisioned, or what was seen by the psychic, was just a potential. Because of sharing that event, people that are ignorant, who are not aware, will perpetuate this event to happen. And maybe that's why there's an issue with this one. Maybe that's what the pastor was trying to do, to warn or to rebuke the psychics, because because the pastor sees that they are trying to make this event happen, whatever they have saw. It's the same with fortune telling. Fortune telling is just a potential of what might happen. I have been to a fortune teller more than once, and what I realize is that whatever the fortune teller tells you, this you have to keep in mind that this is just a potential event that might happen. Let's say the fortune teller tells you that you might die when you travel this year. This is a potential, not really like like written in stone. It's not really final, but it has a potential. You don't have to listen to this one. You don't have to believe, but what you need to do is to just to be aware that there is a potential that this might happen, but not really written in stone. What you can do is just be aware, make make uh make some precautionary, and send out your intention and your will that it will not happen. And how do you do this is just be aware, but be positive, be cautious, because people that have these talents, these gifts, that can see potentials, uh, whatever they see, whatever they say, that's the potential that is most likely happening, but not really written in stone. It's just for you to be warned of. You can change your fate. You can change your destiny. You can change whatever things that will happen inside your life. It's just that what you have to do is to become aware and try to see and seek guidance of what the future holds. We are the masters of our own destiny. We are in control because why? Why can I say this? Because we are all sons and daughters of God, and we are part of God. Part of our consciousness is God, and the difference is just the level that we are in, of how aware you are that you are part of God, that you will become God in the future. Maybe I can say like right now in the future, but in reality there is no future. This is all just happening all at once. We are just being right now. When you are seeing this video, when you are watching me, listening to my voice, this is just a compressed version where it seems to be separate, it seems to be past or present, but actually it is all happening right now, where you can say that you are already God. It's just that you are just in this moment time, you are not you are not a fully God yet. But it's kind of hard to explain, but that's how it is. So yeah, so going back to the fortune teller or psychics that was rebuked by the pastor, that's how it is. So yeah, maybe the pastor was right for rebuking these psychics to stop whatever they are doing. But all I can say is that they are just the psychics are just sharing what they saw. Maybe it's just the people that are listening or watching these videos that are unaware, are ignorant, are the issue. Because if they don't, if they are not aware, they will be perpetuating the happening of this event, where it's said that there will be more earthquakes and typhoons in the next year, and etc. etc. And this seeds fear to the people, especially to people that are not aware, who don't know how to pray, who just lives in fear. So yeah, this is negative. So it's unfortunate that uh, this happens, but yeah, what we can do, what I can do, and to the people that are aware, is to counteract this uh, consciousness, is to counteract this intention that might be made by the unaware peoples, the people that we can call are asleep, is to counteract this. And good news is that the people that are awakened, people like me, people that are starseeds, people that are have been enlightened, people that have been praying and realizing the true power of their consciousness, that they are more powerful than the people that are unaware or sleeping. It's just that we had to reach a certain percentage for us to really be successful in mitigating these events, that they may not happen, or if it happens, it will not be so severe. But yeah, but some events does need to happen because it's already planned by the greater creator, the director of all things in the universe. So yeah, but what we can do as starseeds and people that are, let's say, light workers, what we can do is just try to mitigate this and counteract the people's intention that are asleep, to not, so that it will not happen. So yeah, I'm not sure if you get what I try to mean, but this video, this channel is not for everyone. This channel is for those who are like me, for those who are seeking, for those who are also trying to understand the ways of the world, trying to understand how things work, trying to become a realized God spark, being sons and daughters of God. And yeah, this video, this channel is not for everyone, but I do hope that you still understand what I'm trying to say, the message that I'm trying to share to you. I may be wrong in whatever I share, and I will be humbled, and I will share if I see, if I realize that I was wrong with whatever I have spoken in this video. So yeah, the message that that I have shared today might change in the future. So yeah, but for this moment, this is the message. And I hope you have learned something. And I hope to see you again on my next videos. And feel free, please, to comment down below and share your thoughts. And thank you very much for those who subscribe and who will subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you again. This is Starseed Rebel Jutaro, and may you have a great day ahead. Bye bye.